Okay, so can you ask that question again?
Sure, I'll try not to make it so long-winded. What I'm wondering is if you were to place trades based off of your weekly zones, how can you be sure that you're not getting into a trade, say at the start of a weekly zone, thinking that you're heading to the next weekly zone on an uptrend, but then it turns out that it's going to turn around on you? What kind of clues can you look for to help you make sure that you're getting in the right spot and trading in the right direction? Do you need to look at
Okay.
other time frames, or is there
Great,
something else?
great question. Great question. And I think I have a good answer for us all. I mean, even for myself. So you see this swing high here? Wick, 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 wick. It's wicking the weekly line right here. And this is the 4-hour time frame. When we have a swing high like this, and this is probably the 618, right? And they probably hit TP1. Just for shits and giggles, let's see what this move gave us, because this was definitely a golden heel flip move, right? So we had support that was broken. They pulled back to the 618, and then they hit TP1, and this was off the 618. This was 200 pips, rounded up for easy math. So a 200 pip move to TP1 here based on our golden heel flip. Now, once they start making higher highs like this, and then we can start to think to ourselves, man, I think they're they're shifting momentum here. And then once they break and hold above this previous swing high, so this setup hasn't completed all the way, because in order for this to be complete, I want it down in this flip zone here. So once they give 100% of this swing high here, I know that momentum is definitely shifting. So once they're closing above like this, and this is basically my answer, I can feel safe taking a buy now at this zone and riding this up. And then as we can see, it bought from here. On a lower time frame, you might have gotten a wick entry here to there. Let me see, this is August 2018. Let's see if we can go to August 2018. Oh, I don't remember what day it was. Let's see. Nope, they're not going to let me. Let's go to the 30-minute. Okay, so yeah, they did. So we already know that this was 100% of our swing right here, right? They came back on the 30-minute time frame and wicked the weekly line. So you know what they're doing from the market structure, because they gave you 100%, more than 100% of your original swing that you were playing on that previous golden heel flip. You hit take profit 1, and that's all they gave you was 200 pips. So then they bring it back up, hold above, and then pull back to your weekly line. I would feel very confident entering a buy right here because of that 100% move. So they probably gave you like a teacup here, which on the 4-hour is what, 50 pips or something. So they gave you your 4-hour teacup move, 50 pips, and then they took off. And it just so happens your take profit on your teacup was on the weekly line itself, and they brought it up to the next weekly line. So this particular move you can feel confident in. So that's one answer I can give you on your confidence level of taking a trade on the weekly line. If they give you 100% of the previous swing, then you can feel good about that. So this particular setup, when they brought this back, what I would see how they came back to this weekly line, and we know that if they pull back to our 50 to 618, this is our golden heel flip zone for a buy on the continuation. So this is another confirmation. You could feel good about hopping in on the buy here on the weekly line because it lines up with our, you know, with the golden heel flip, and that's my primary, that's my favorite move. And then, I mean, taking a sell off this line here, they did give you a bearish engulfing on the 30-minute time frame right here. They did give you 100% of this swing here, and then they gave you a pullback to the 618 here on the 30-minute time frame. So I love the way that things come together on the few ways that I trade, because it's just added confluence with all this stuff. Yes, I use the EMAs to help determine the trend for sure. I just don't have them up right now. I use the 4 SMA, the 50 EMA, the 200 EMA, and the 800 EMA. So the moving averages can help with all of this. However, we can see that you would think that because this 50 EMA is crossing here, it does give you a nice down movement here, which we would have caught off this golden heel flip here. And they did hit the flip zone, so this move is complete. They ended that right on the weekly line. I mean, look at how this stuff lines up. So the weekly line works really well with the golden heel flip, and the engulfings work well all together. The trap candle is another added confluence. So I really am only focused on my main strategy of the golden heel flip, the engulfings, the weekly lines, the trap candle. Man, if I can perfect these handful of moves, I'll be fine. And they're really simple. They're really pretty simple. So again, right here, they gave you 100% of this swing over here, which tells me it's done moving down. So they pull back. Let's see what they gave us. Swing low, swing high. I'm looking for a rejection between my 50 to 618 zone for the buy, for the continuation, and they gave it to me. I mean, so once they give you 100% of this swing, sure, you might get a sell off, like, you know, teacup style, but they sell off directly to my golden heel flip zone, which for those of you that don't know, let me illustrate the golden heel flip real quick. So golden, for the golden ratio of the 618, heel because of a stiletto strategy I used to play. It's just a break and retest, but as you can see, we have what seems to be, it looks like an inverted heel here, and then they come around, which forms a nice little ladies dress shoe. So I called it the stiletto strategy. So basically, heel, inverted heel here, they come back, upright heel here. Um, so golden heel, and then I have my flip zone is my skateboard. I have my skateboard here, and I take the heels. I illustrate skateboard wheels here. So I love skateboarding. I love trading, and so this is my golden heel flip. So they give me 100% of this swing here. They're breaking structure going up as well. I have resistance here that's being broken. They pull back to my flip zone, my golden heel flip zone. Perfect wick entry on the 618. My first, I have these few targets until I get out of my danger zone. So TP1 is 25%, TP2 is 0%, TP3 is the negative 31%, and then my final TP for this move would be my next flip zone. See, I think we have a comment here. Can you go over the trap candle method, please? Of course. So that's the golden heel flip. That's my favorite because I've taken multiple things I've learned from mentors, put it all together and made it my own. So it's mine and it's mine to share with you guys. I love that way of trading because it produces. So this, from 618, from flip zone to flip zone here was nearly 300 pips and what, a day and 8 hours. I mean, sheesh.
Wow.
I can live with that.
I'm messing with you, Ryan. Doug. So really quickly, the flip zone, is not, I was expecting to see like 1.618 or up there instead. So so it's just 6-1 to 6-1. That's
Yeah. So my fibs are custom to my liking. A lot of people that have been taught a certain way say that I'm doing it wrong. It's all subjective. I've spent countless sleepless nights on the charts playing with the Fibonacci tool. And part of the reason for my TP1 at the 25%, 2 at the 0, 3 at the negative 31, and then my final at the next flip zone is because of all the back testing and test, just going through the charts to see where the market gives a lot of reactions at. So it's good levels to take profit and protect your equity because of the way that the market moves. Could you set this up like this with a fib with no levels up this way and wait for your rejection here and then draw a fib from here down here and have your 1.1618 up here? Sure. But why would I want to use multiple fibs for one move? So that's kind of like where I come from with it. I want all my levels on one fib. So I want to see, and it's just neat for myself. It's something I put together. If people love and enjoy it the way that I do, sweet. but I see my pullback here. You know, I got my swing low, swing high, pullback, and I have all these levels within where the market's traveling. So everything's here for me. You know, if I caught this trade down here, I just leave my fibs like this and watch the market. I'm like, okay, oh sweet, they broke TP1, awesome. Oh, they bounce and retest on my weekly line, sweet, I'm still lit. You know, oh, I got a little retracement. Oh, bullish engulfing. You know, oh, they hit TP3. What are they going to do? You know, oh, bullish engulfing, large candle breaking the zone. I'm in a new zone. Okay, big fat W here on the TP3, and then boom, they bust through my flip zone, and you know.
Well, all I want to say is, oh, can you leave it right there? Yeah. So all I want to say is that for people who don't understand the market maker method, this is what we call a Mona Lisa. This is a Mona Lisa all day. We got all three levels right there. So if I would have had your Fibonacci like sitting there and with the skateboards on there, I probably would have won. Who needs the TDI when you just can just? But you're going to be a really rich man, and your organization is going to be so huge. Like trading like this.
Filthy Doug.
What's that?
I said Filthy Doug.
I like it, Filthy Doug.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Yes.
So let's say that the trend reverses on you and it doesn't make it all the way to, say, 100% all the way up the top there.
I'm sorry, my heater kicked on, so you're going to have to repeat the question.
Let's say you draw your fibs, and it makes it to your other 618, your flip zone. It makes it
Up
to the
here.
flip zone, but when it breaks through, let's say
Yep.
it reverses right there. How would you draw? You know, how would you draw your fibs going the other way?
Well, I would wait until they gave me 100% of this swing here and wait for a retracement back to the 618. Now you can play this zone. So like I shared before, the 100% levels are support and resistance. So like my negative 100%, my negative 200%, negative 300%. So if I go and I see the market, we just went over market maker method. So we have level 1, straight rise into level 1 consolidation, second level consolidation, and then third level is normally nice and choppy. So if I was looking at that and realized what they were doing, and they were chopping on my 100% support and resistance zone, I could literally take a sell off this level and just ride it out and see what they do. So they wicked my weekly line. So once they broke that, they retested and kept bringing it down. It looks like they kind of gave a little bit of an inverted head and shoulders here right off the negative 31%. And then there's resistance. There's a resistance level here. They broke this resistance level. So this is my, you know, the structure. Once they start breaking structure like this, so they brought it down, breakthrough, retest, and then resisted this area. Then they broke out. So I don't think I really would have drawn my fibs going low just yet on this one, but I could have played off the original fibs. And then when they broke resistance here, I could have drawn my fibs going back up. They brought it near the 50% and then made another move up to the high. So I hope that helped answer your question. I'm not sure that it did, though.
Kinda.
So
I guess what I'm
here's,
saying is, if you go ahead,
no, go ahead.
like if you get a change in momentum and it starts to like go on a little bear cycle, how would you draw your fibs for?
So I don't chase it right away. So here's a prime example. So boom, we're going up. We caught this bullish golden heel flip going up. It peaks here. In order for me to get into a golden heel flip, I would wait until we broke this swing low here. See how they're
Mm,
holding candles below here?
hmm
I like that. I like that right there. So then what I would do is I would swing high to swing low at that point and wait for them
Ah,
to bring it back to my flip zone. So once they start to break structure like this, it gives me a hint at the change of momentum here. So I sit on my hands and I wait for them to hit my flip zone, and then I pull the trigger. And then on this move, yeah, see, this is why I added the negative 31%. They don't always take it down to my flip zone. So, and it, I mean, it's still a valid trade, right? So they hit TP1, break and retest, TP2, reaction, and then TP3, they threw a W and brought it back up. Now, they didn't give you 100% of this swing right here yet. They did over here. So once they did this, then I'm looking for, sometimes see that sometimes they don't always pull back, but that's okay. Once they start crowning like this, um, and they pull back to the 618, I'm not so interested because I've noticed how when they crown like this, then they're on a bearish cycle again. But yeah, so here it is again. So we have support level here. They broke that. There was, you know, the trend lines I really enjoy too because it helps you visualize. Oops. If you were to draw a trend line and cut the head off of the head and shoulders, so we cut the head off and then they broke structure. We have our swing high to swing low, catch a trade at our flip zone here. Once they start retracing and they hit TP3 is right there by my weekly line, brought it back up, and then so here would be, we can catch these golden heel flips all the way down and all the way up a trending market. So this was the push that broke this structure here. So we have another setup. We have support here that was broken with this push. So this swing down to this swing was the move that broke that structure. So we have a swing high to swing low at this location. Then we're waiting for the market to come up to our flip zone here. And then boom, they hit our next flip zone on that setup. Now, my previous swing, my previous pullback is going to be my new swing high in a trending market. So this push here was the push that broke this structure here. This one looks like they didn't give, yeah, they took it to the 38%. So I keep pulling my fibs down, keep pulling my fibs down. And So that particular one, I wouldn't have been able to catch a golden heel flip, but that's okay. You know, there's other pairs to look at. But if they do that to you, you know, you can look for the next setup. When they do stuff like that, you know, when they pull back to the 25 or the 38%, I've noticed the next setup will be a deeper retracement, which I see here. So we have support. This was the move that broke this support level. And they probably brought this one up to like the 882 or something, which is a fib level that I don't even have on here. See how they had a deeper retracement? So they had a small retracement here, and they compensated for that here. So I just wanted, maybe we may not all understand this, but I want to do something real quick. I'm going to add this to the top of here. I want to see, was that what we were missing? Yeah. So the distance we missed here was applied to this retracement here. So that may not make sense to some of us, and that's okay. But I just wanted to see this is what I do when I'm charting. I do stuff like that. This deeper retracement off the 618 was because we were short on this one. So here we go. I mean, we can ride these things all the way down until it's done. So here's a new setup here. This looks like a deeper retracement again. Big reason why I have the 25% at the take profit one is because that's all they gave us on this last setup. And then they brought it up 100% looks like, and this could have been a fake out move. You know, the golden heel flips aren't flawless, but man, they sure are lovely when they pan out. So this one could have stopped me out if I went for it, because this 100% move would have been telling me to look for a bullish move, and then they brought it back down. But that's okay. We have another bearish move here. Support broke and held below that. We have a swing high to swing low. Another deeper retracement, but they rejected my weekly line here. And boom.
Doug, I have a question.
Yes.
The market maker method, right? I know it's usually applied to the 15 and 30-minute time frames. And you know, like when you go to different time frames, the EMAs, they'll adapt to that time frame. So do those rules still apply on the higher time frames, like the same way you have the level 1, level 2?
I'm not big on the market maker method. However, how I understand it is there's intraday levels on the 15-minute time frame. So like a 3-day rise or 3 days decline in the market, which it looks like we had a nice 1, 2, 3 here, which was a continuation from so the EMAs. Some market maker traders use the 50 EMA cross here as signifying level 1, and then when level 2 comes in, the 200 EMA crosses level 2, and then when the 800 EMA crosses, it's going into level 3, at which time we had a peak high here and they reversed. I like using market maker method just as maybe an extra confirmation of where I might be at. My favorite my favorite thing about the market maker method is being able to understand level 3. Level 3 is probably the easiest level for me to see because typically it's an M, a head and shoulders, or a W, and it could be nice and choppy. So this would definitely be level 3 up here, which is on my weekly line. It looks like a multi-session M. Let's see. Oh, that's Asian. Yeah, Asian. So a nice double top M formation there. And then 1, 2, 3. I mean, I'm not the best at market maker method, so I really can't teach it all that well. But I do see market maker traders mark up levels on different time frames, and it gives you a bigger picture. So you could say that level 1, level 2, level 3, head and shoulders on the 4-hour time frame, and I'm sure there's multiple levels within these 3 levels, like on the 15-minute time frame, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So and then we have we're looking at the 4-hour time frame here now. We have level 1, level 2, level 3, inverted head and shoulders, reverse. Level 1, level 2, level 3. So anyways, let's see. I left somebody hanging on the trap candle. Let's look at the trap candle again. Anybody want to look at another pair?
GN, please. I'm stuck in that buy bias, man. I need a fresh pair of eyes on it.
You should already be in it, right?
I'm in it, yep.
But he's in it like up here.
I have 3 entries. I have one at the 618, one at the 50, and one in between the 50 and the 618.
Oh,
I was expecting them to drop it low. I didn't expect them to drop it this low, but I was very careful with my lot sizes, so I'm okay.
Yeah, look how they so we had resistance here, right? They broke that resistance. So we're looking for a rejection. I drew that one going down. So we're looking for a rejection in the flip zone, and look at how they're playing on this one. So you would think here they were throwing an inverted head. That's what I was thinking. I got out up here. I said, man, this is ridiculous. Because then they were rejecting the 50 EMA. Not all of the golden heel flips play out picture perfect, but they have not given us 100% of this swing, Marvelous. So take it for what it's worth. So we had a bullish engulfing setup here, right on the weekly line. If I had saw this, I probably would have thrown a standard on it because it's got the bullish engulfing setup here. It's right on my weekly line. This probably was, just curious what this was here. It was a 618. See, hell yeah. So it was a 618, a weekly line, and a bullish engulfing zone. I would have thrown a standard on that and let it ride. It stopped at TP3. Let's see. getting into what it's doing now. Gosh, I don't know. Let's check it out. Let's see.
Check it out. Check it out on the daily. What I'm hoping it gives me is 2 twin candles. You know, like a railroad track candle.
Oh, at the top of this guy.
I'm praying to God it gives me.
I thought you said it was a lot size that you could manage.
Yeah, no, it is a lot size. I just want to win. You
Right.
know?
No, I feel you.
Yeah. So even if it does create the head and shoulders like you called, I'm fine with that. Right? Still about 80 pips, 90 pips. I might leave a runner just in case it goes for the full 500. I knew they would stop hunt, man. Like it was too clean of a setup, but god damn.
It was funny.
So
Doug.
if off this swing low to swing high, they came back to the 50 and took it to TP3. Perfect TP3. Now they're retracing. They broke through TP2 and are retesting it right now. I kind of feel like you're gonna need that too. Like if it doesn't get past this 25% fib level, then it may come back down to this zone here, which is a bullish and a fresh bullish engulfing zone right on the 618 here on the daily.
If it does go bearish, it's going to be a weekly double bottom. But this market has to go up. It has to go up.
Oh, you think it's gonna come double bottom way down here?
Yeah, on the weekly. Yeah.
That's
I think it may give the head and shoulders into the double bottom. That's what I'm thinking at this point because it's coming way too low. It's basically retesting the neckline to your left.
It is.
Without the wicks, you know.
And you and I caught a buy off of a neckline on GN not too long ago.
That's right at the bottom, right at the very bottom of the swing. That inverted head. Nope, even lower. That one we caught, the retest of that neckline. On the 4 hour, there was a retest.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Imagine if we held.
I know, we should have just held, huh?
We should have, right?
Well, because I was anticipating the right shoulder to form for a head and shoulders going back down is what was happening in my mind. But yeah, I don't know. If anything, maybe I was really expecting it to continue to rise myself when I got in last week. But maybe what they're going to do is throw a right shoulder here and then come down.
With a double bottom. Yeah.
But,
I don't know.
Let's look at the trap candle. Someone was asking about it. I might as well just leave those boxes there. Well, I'll clean it up.
You know what I don't like? I don't like that weekly support line. I feel like because it's going to go all the way down there.
This one right here or the next one?
No, that's that very same one both eventually. But I feel like it has to go to that next one. Now that I'm looking at your chart, I don't have these lines in my chart.
If you look at this 1, 2, 3, the next time it comes to this line, it's probably going to bust through the floor. Probably come down, retest, and then go down to this one. Actually, you know what? We were talking about the weekly line and just trading that way. If they break through this line, guys, I'm going to take the sell off this weekly line here and TP right here at this bullish engulfing zone.
So, Doug, if you go back on and look at that same line previous to the left, I guarantee you're going to see more buzz going down to the downside, coming back and doing it. It's right there. Just seeing the history of it.
Oh yeah.
So it's like whatever happens, in the past, it'll pretty much repeat itself.
Yeah, so look at this. Beautiful. Resistance, resistance, broke, retest. I mean, wow. Oh, I didn't even remember I had that channel drawn.
Oh, you would have caught that cell so lovely, bro. Oh my God, that's like 2,000 pips. How many pips is that, bro? Bro, pull out the ruler.
You're killing me, bro.
2,000 pips. What the heck? Look at, and there's your market maker, level 1, 2, and 3, right there too.
Okay. Trap candle.
Doug, would you mind taking a look at gold? Or did you do gold already? Did I miss that?
No, we didn't look at gold.
Gold is doing a wedge. I got out of my cell. I took profit.
On the sell?
Yeah.
I ended up changing my bias.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. To go take your sell limit, Doug.
Oh, did my sell limit trigger?
No. That's what I ended up taking my bias. I ended up buying it, and now I want to buy it to your sell limit.
Oh, yeah.
But just because I felt it was gonna give that right shoulder and then break, but it just like did a double bottom, then it made a W, then it made an M, and then it just. What are you doing?
Oh,
Dude,
man.
trust me, just avoid the counter trend, man. Just trade with the trend. Trust me, bro.
Nah. It's in an overall uptrend, like from weekly, even if you pull it out on a monthly. Okay.
Okay, so here's a trap candle setup. It went, looks like it went both ways.
And it TP'd both ways. Look at that.
Hey, that should TP both ways.
Technically, you could have caught 3 TPs off of this, bro.
Caught like 5 on that.
So trap candle is a decent sized candle, 2 or more candles in the body of that candle. You box up that trap candle and you take the retest. So this particular setup, I don't know. I prefer 2 or more candles on the hour time frame to close outside of the trap candle box. This particular setup, this down move might have been tricky for me. I may have not gotten into this, but the up move was nice. So we had multiple candles closing above, got the retest, and your target was smashed. They broke the target, retested, and if we continue, oh, they retested again, probably after hitting take profit of this trap
Yep.
candle box.
Yep.
What's up?
No. So how would you identify an extended trap candle? The same break and retest?
Yeah, so multiple, I like 2 1-hour candles closing outside of the previous box. So we got one clean one here. This one wicked. I wouldn't count that one. This one closed clean. So there's my two 1-hour candles. It wicked the weekly line there too. I don't know how I would have felt about that at the time, but then they came back and wicked, gave you your wick entry and took it up to your next measured move. Let me see. Were they done? Were they done with this measured move yet? Yeah. Okay, let's look at gold real quick. So that's the trap candle setup. I drew the rules and guidelines on a chart that I save and share.
Yeah, it's really short in our next level.
It's really, really simple way of trading.
Hey Doug, are most of your when you enter trades, are most of your trades like limit orders or something? Or
Yeah, I do mainly limit orders, which you know, I just use multiple confirmations. Once I'm super confident at a certain level, I just set it and forget it. And honestly, it takes away, it helps eliminate a lot of the emotions I would have. Like right now, the CAD JPY trade I called, I closed 3 positions already at like, I don't remember, 30, 40 pips each. And I have this running trade. It's still running. It's up 40 pips. And it's just my runner. I left my runner going.
Doug,
Yes.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Odd CAD on the daily or 4 hour right?
Odd CAD on the daily?
Yeah, right now. Or on the 4 hour.
Oh, didn't I tell you to take this trade last night?
Sure. Yeah, you did.
It's almost a TP.
Yeah. No, but do it in reverse. Do it on the 4 hour.
Did you hop in when I told you to?
I did. I caught 70. Dude, that drop was crazy. It was a 1 hour, 70.
Hell yeah! You know what?
Dude,
You know
I
what's
hit
funny?
TP and
I gotta let you in on a little secret, Margaret.
Okay.
You see this tool here? I had no idea. You asked me to mark up OddCAD. This is a tool I'd never used before, and I just customized it to my own liking out of nowhere.
What is it, bro? I don't even know what this is.
It's the GAN box.
The GAN, you put fibs on a GAN box, bro?
It was.
Bro, he put fibs on anything.
My dude put 618 on a GAN box.
Where? Y'all up now, bitches.
I just took this swing low to this swing high with the GAN fan box or whatever it's called, threw my fib levels inside of it and said, it's a sell, TP here.
Nah, yo, but no lie. Yo, I'm gonna show you something. Dude, flip. Take us to the 4 hour. I'm about to show you something right now. Lisa's actually the one that brought this to my attention.
Okay, sorry. I had to bring that to your attention because
that was a dope call, right? Swing low to swing high, right? No, zoom all the way out. Zoom out. Swing low to swing high.
It's some revolutionary shit right here. Wait.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Crazy, right? I took it from the other low though, but maybe it may be ready now. But it's already in the kill zone, even from the other low.
How would you have got your entry for the sell?
For the sell?
Yeah.
No, this is for a buy.
No. I'm saying before it started going on a downtrend. How would you have got that entry?
Doug called the entry on that one. I would have went from the high that peak down to
I had no idea it was gonna sell, bro. I mean,
yo, this guy You just set me up on a trade and just like, what the heck?
I'm kidding. No, I had a good
This guy.
idea it was gonna sell, but you asked me to chart it up, and I threw something on it I'd never seen before.
And it worked, bro. Yo, whatever you doing on this charts, man, just keep doing it, man.
Okay, so who asked the question of how I would have entered this sell?
Hakeem.
Oh, Hakeem, so this is how I would have entered the sell. So you see, we have a level of support right here.
Uh-huh.
See how they snuck a little bit of meat of this candle below and held below that support? See that? They hint. They give you a hint. So if I extend this over here, even if I went like this, see how they snuck a little meat of that candle below and held? Then I would have grabbed my fibs from swing high to swing low and caught my entry here. So they're almost to TP3, Marvelous.
Yeah, no, I got out. I got my bread and I got out.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you were still in.
Dude, 70 pips. I thought that long candle was gonna pull back.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that news candle 50% thing.
Yeah. So I got I'm happy. Thank you, bro. I
Oh, no
appreciate
problem. I'm glad that panned out.
it. Yeah.
No, but I did think it was going to sell. Shit, I should have sold it myself. But Hakeem, that's how I would have entered the sell based on the golden heel flip. They broke support and held below. So this was my hint here. Swing high to swing low. Boom. Flip down. They hit TP1, 2, and they're almost at TP3. The TP on the GAN fan box with the bibs on it was right there, right in that zone. So added confluence. I would suspect it's going to hit that flip zone, or maybe it might reject the TP3. I don't know. But another thing that I was for the bullish move, Marvelous, what I've noticed when they crown like that, I don't favor those moves. You know what I mean by crowning?
Like even when they round off?
Yeah, it's rounded off now. So what I've noticed with these types of moves is they may reject the 618, but it's not a big move. They'll probably take it up to the first TP at the 25%. Well, no, because the 25% is going to be huge on this swing.
And I swung it from lower too.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe,
Push it down. Pull the fibs lower.
maybe, bro. I don't know.
If it does start rounding off, let's say rounding upward, I'm taking that buy, bro. That joint, because it's at a pretty low on the higher time frames. Like it's at a zone right now where like the market has reversed here for like the last 5 years.
Look at how it just entered into a new zone though. Got a level here, a level there. I mean, I would assume.
You think it'll go lower?
Looking at the structure.
I feel like that wick. Do you see that one long wick? I felt like that was that retest to the low, and it wants to start moving up in the opposite direction. No, the other long wick, the New Year wick.
Oh, this one, yeah.
Yeah. That's the second touch to that low where the other low is. So I mean, this is my first time, encountering a New Year, making a move like that. So I'm not really sure how it's gonna play out. But I want to believe that was the retest to the low and it's going to push up. I want to believe that.
I mean, look at it, man. I mean, how many sellers are trapped in this wick right here? You know what I mean? With all of their sell stops.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, I guess.
But you feel like it's going to continue lower.
I think it's at least gonna at least hit TP3 at the negative 31% off this pullback here. It could reach the flip zone on a higher time frame. What kind of? Oh yeah, I don't know. If this candle here closes tomorrow at 5 o'clock, if it closes below this, it might buy up to that and then
Sell off
from there, maybe. Maybe they're going to take it back down again.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that.
But, so my favorite golden heel flips to take are on the 618s on a rise or a decline. So once they crown, it's almost like I missed the buy move at that point. So the now they're selling off. Golden heel flips are going to be to the downside.
Got you.
This whole move down here threw things off completely. I haven't really been playing with pairs like this that were affected by the flash crash because
you're not sure what's happening, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky.
Yeah, two of my peers have it.
Orrin Wright talks about moves like this and how when the market gets back here, it's just like the market's going to fall all the way back down because
there's nothing stopping it.
That's what he's been saying lately. Yeah. And I mean, I've seen it. So I don't know. I know OddCAD's one of your pairs you trade, but
yeah, lately it's been confusing. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, at least you caught that.
At least yeah, no lie. I took it back to the low. That was my take profit. Was at the low. The zero. Yeah, it was about 70 pips.
Wow.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice trade.
Hey, Doug.
Yes.
We're 8 pips away from TP on CJ.
What's up?
We're 8 pips away from TP on CJ.
Oh, nice. Let me see if let me take a MetaTrader 4 break and see if any of my orders have engaged.
Eight, 9 pips playing.
Oh yeah, nice.
Would you just let it ride out, or you would just take your wins right now?
I would corner it with a stop loss.
Well, I mean, Sadiq, that's you, right?
Yeah.
Let's look at it real quick. So I put 83.3 because of the spread. So, oh, it's on TP3 right now. See, this seems to me as it looks to be choppy level 3 here. Level 2 has W's and M's. I don't know. It's hard to read. I can't tell. This might be level 1 right here. Level 2, longest consolidated level. Level 3. I don't know how far they're going to take it down, but yeah, I just saw that as a nice take profit level. we caught an entry based on an engulfing candle setup, which I was a little bit early on the entry. I think it was this one that I caught here. Yeah, I caught this. I caught it here, and then we had some drawdown, huh? Then boom. I caught another entry at the 4-hour engulfing here, which was like a perfect entry.
Yeah, it's a beautiful head and shoulders there in the 4 hour. As well as
So
trap-
Doug,
yeah,
you,
that's what I was looking at. That trap candle there.
you entered this because you saw it crowning, right? You did mention that you like to trade the crowns.
Well, I entered it based on an hour bearish engulfing
Mm.
and the fact that it had violated a bullish engulfing. So we had a bearish engulfing here. Oh, it hadn't violated until this large candle. So yeah, we broke to a new zone here. I drew the line coming back up to retest that zone here. So it's probably going to retest this zone. That's what they could do too, I bet. Oh no. This was a violated bullish engulfing too that they retested.
Mm.
See how they do that? So a bullish engulfing zone here. They broke and held below. They wicked it and took it back down.
So that was your entry for the sell?
Oh no, my my top entry was 83.78, which was literally a wick entry. That was the 4-hour bearish engulfing here on that pink line.
Mm.
So I had an entry there, and I had a few entries here and here. So at the bottom and the top of this engulfing zone.
How did you anticipate that drop? Like for me, like looking at this, like I would have seen consolidation. I wouldn't have seen that 618 drop coming, because prior to that drop, it was support resistance, support resistance. How did you anticipate? How did you know there to sell? Like, you see how we just kind of back and forth right there?
Yeah. I mean, if I would have taken this bearish engulfing here, it wicked and gave me barely anything and then broke it. It violated this bearish engulfing and then violated it again coming down, because I would have tried to buy right here. The thing about this level being so choppy is I understand it's level 3, so I'm actually somewhat looking for a sell here. I'm looking for somewhat of a reversal. So once I saw this bearish engulfing down here after breaking previous support here, I started to gain a bearish bias, and then that's all I did. I just traded the engulfings. I had a double top here, so it made a peak high here. It failed to take it out here. These are signs to me that it's not going to continue up.
Right.
Up here, it's telling me that it's not going to go higher currently, even though it has this large candle here. It didn't break the previous high. So once they gave me this here, boom, I said something. I was like, yo, I'm selling. And then somebody asked me for the TP, and I threw my fibs on it because we do have a pullback. So swing high, swing low. They went to my flip zone, and that's my signature move. So I stacked this one because I was confident.
So Doug, you said that you would have taken the bearish engulfing right there, the one that didn't give you anything?
I would have if I didn't understand that this was choppy level 3.
Okay, if you didn't understand. Okay, yeah, the only reason why I wouldn't have taken it is because it's not off a key reversal, like you saying it's in a choppy zone. I'm gonna take a bearish engulfing more serious if it's on a resistance area, like you have that up there, or off of EMA.
Gotcha. Yep. Yeah, so this could have been, I mean, in somebody else's eyes, somewhat of a risky move because it's on top of the 50 EMA. But look at all this penetration at this level. I had a feeling it was going to poke through because it's weakening this level here with all of these wicks. I mean, the support's just getting weaker and weaker, and then boom.
That's crazy because usually when I see wicks like that, I feel like the market's trying to run away from it. So it's cool that you actually caught that. Because the way that I'm looking at it, you see where you have that box drawn from the left side over to the right. I would want to see penetration of that, and the only thing that's done that is that large engulfing candle to the right. So I'm just trying to wrap my mind around how you caught the move. So
Yeah, I mean, I just felt confident with what I was seeing. All of these wicks and then this bearish engulfing like this. Oren teaches, you know, when there's action happening like this, that and it keeps working that low like that. I mean, we're at a high too. Like, I mean, were they really going to try and take it up from this zone? I mean, I didn't feel that way, so I don't know. I had certain confirmations and I felt good about the trade, but it looks like they're having a hard time on TP3. See that? That's a nice level, the -31.
yeah, I like that level too. I find that more often than not, like it'll hit the 31 in one straight go, not necessarily the -618. At least with channels. With channels, it tends to do that.
Let's see. Anybody want to look? Anybody see something that we want to go over? You guys want to try and get into a live trade? Let me see.
Sure.
There's my weekly line.
If you get a double top, bro, we're in.
Yeah. Look for a double top on this guy right here tonight. 88.20. 88.20. However, they did they did break my trend line and retested it here. Pull back, pull back. See, did they give us a 50 to 618 here? Oh yeah, they did. Damn. Look at how my flip zone, my -50% is perfect on the weekly line.
Wow. This looking at this with your field that you just threw on, I know this has two more levels up, like automatically, just with this the fields on here.
So you think this is in level 1 consolidation?
Oh yeah, that's a sideways consolidation. That's the rise. But this is my perspective, guys, market maker method wise. I mean, I see it more clear, like the more that you're talking, like my mind is like over here being orgasm, literally.
Nice. So do you think this is a push into level 2?
Um, so like you guys were saying that it will be a M there. For me, I think it will to only go back up because of the 50 right there. They're going to bounce off of it and then bust through it.
Yeah, so it would be a counter trend move then.
Right. I don't counter trade at all. I look for my crosses that go up on my like if I throw on the 5 and 13, just look for my crosses going up. That's all I look for.
Gotcha.
Yo, Doug, you know what might be a good idea?
What's
If
that?
you draw these weekly time frames and you create like a package and you sell that package to like people that have MT4s with the weekly in the background.
Oh, it comes automatic once they drop the software into their MT4.
Yeah, it might not be a bad idea, bro.
I mean, that's not even mine, but
I'm just saying,
yeah.
trademark it.
It could be.
It could be, exactly.
I don't, you know what's cool about it is I'm the only one that really preaches it out of everybody that's been taught that I know. I don't know. I just saw a whole hell of a lot of value in it. I mean, look at this shit. How can you not love this? Break, test, next line. I mean, sheesh.
Yeah, how do you do that, Doug? I missed that whole part.
Okay, yeah, let's go over it. 'Cause
I,
this is one of my favorites. So I go to the weekly.
Really helpful, man. It's pretty good.
I go to the weekly time frame line chart. Let me get rid of my EMAs. So I go to the weekly, and let's see where did I find this? Oh, I found it here. Ooh, I was sneaky. Okay, so this can be done at the low or a high. So this was definitely a low at this time because these are weak candles. You know, each candle is a week in time. So this was a low. What I want to see is I want to see a push to the low or high. I want to see a pullback, a new low, and then this next move, I want it to break the level that the pullback rested on. And I think that's my level.
it can't be. That can't be your level.
No, it's not. But that's what I do. And then I take a box from pullback to that low and I draw my lines. Yeah, that's not it. I redid GA and GN recently because I wanted a smaller zone to play in. Because previous to these smaller zones, I was playing in 1,000 pip zone. So I measured 1,000 pip pullback, probably this guy here. But basically, you know, it's nice to find a pullback at an extreme high or an extreme low. But basically, let me draw it out. I want a push to the high, a pullback, a new high, and then this next move, I need to break where the pullback rested on. And then I measure from that pullback to that high perfectly with a box, and then I duplicate these lines throughout my chart. It's amazing to me how the market respects these zones. It's just unbelievable. I mean, you know, taking a pullback off the weekly time frame, then going to your 15-minute chart and looking and seeing what they're doing on these lines, it's just unbelievable.
All I gotta say is the market better not ever give me an engulfing candle on the monthly time frame? Because I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
Whole month.
Yeah, let me show you something. Let me show you something with the monthly engulfing. So during the flash crash on GJ on the monthly time frame, you want to know where they stopped at? This
Oh man.
bullish engulfing candle on the monthly time frame. And you want to know how many pips shot up right away? They
Oh my
shot up
God.
like 500 fucking pips in the same day.
Wow.
Yeah,
Movement.
that is a true demand zone. So you can trade engulfings all the time, but when you're at an extreme low or an extreme high and you have it engulfing like on the monthly, weekly, daily, I mean this is a demand zone and a half, because right when they got here, bam, they just flew up like nobody's business.
Well, remember when I was telling you yesterday, the day before yesterday now, about the way that I see like large candles to the left, that long one, how I see these little candles over here are like kind of eating it up. Like they're kind of trying to come through and eat it up slowly. So I know that that candle little is going to get ate up. So I would be looking for buys, like low key. I would be setting buy limits on each one of these little weekly lines you got. Like that would be a really cool sneak.
Yeah, and look at where they stopped. They stopped on one of my weekly lines right here.
Just looking at that, bro.
I mean,
I'd have put 10 standards on that.
Man, man.
you would have made a killing, bro.
Dude, I'd have sold my house and put it on that.
Car, my house, everything.
You would have put your mortgage on that one.
Hell yeah. That's a millionaire trade right there.
And look at this. Look at this. So we have a bearish engulfing on the monthly time frame. We violate that.
Oh,
And then
flipped.
when we come back to it, it's on my weekly line. We buy.
Yo, that's it. We just trading on the monthly from now on.
Right.
Bearish
That's what I'm saying.
engulfing.
That's what's
Bearish
sweet.
engulfing monthly. They hit my weekly line and sold. Bearish engulfing on the monthly. They hit my weekly line and sold. Bearish engulfing on the monthly. They just missed the weekly line. Amazing.
Wow.
I could not check my charts for a month though. That was my problem.
Bearish
Talk
engulfing.
about swing trade. I mean, you good though. You real good.
Look at this bearish engulfing on the monthly.
That's crazy.
They came back right here.
So
Hey.
would it be safe to assume that the next target would probably be where that top candle was violated right there?
Which one?
Right there.
And in what way was it violated?
No, I mean like it was like you have the engulfing. This would be the next demand zone. Is that how that works?
Well, it already came there once, right here.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
is it a wick? That's a holy shit.
No, it was a trend line.
Oh, that's
Yo,
what I'm about to say. I'm like, whoa, what?
That is amazing. That is amazing.
So this would have been your next setup here. Marvelous, bearish engulfing. They wicked the weekly line again.
We'd have caught it both ways.
It's funny how it's resting. It's funny how GJ's resting right here now. So they violated this bullish engulfing because they closed below. And then they came back inside and they're resting on it. Huh.
Yeah, it heard you.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like to see GJ double bottom down here. That would be crazy.
How do you feel about GU? I see a trap candle situation on GU.
On the hour time frame?
Yeah.
Oh, right here.
I feel like it should be finished with its bearish run, but I mean, you don't know.
Oh no, it has a little more way. It's a little ways to go, according to what I have marked up on my chart. Um, I think it's going to go down on my 4 hour time frame, well past, I guess, where the 50 is. Probably a little bit below where his weekly line is, or it could be at that weekly line. Let's see. Let me look at it real fast.
Do you think it'll touch the 200 on the 4 hour, or it already did?
Uh, I think it's gonna go past it, go down to 139.457 range in that area, because I have a line from, I had like a, and this line was like a support a while ago, like back in December around Christmas. It became a resistance, a ceiling around New Year's, back in support, and January 15th. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my chart over here. So, so that's the area I think it will at least, come back down to. Of course, we're going to have some pullbacks on the way, but I do think it will on the 4 hour chart go down to the 200 for sure, because price always corrects at the 200. Steve Morrow told me that.
Show is selling.
It will continue. This is nothing but the playbook. Stop on high, continuation move happened right there on the 50. There's your drop. They're going to just do another continuation move probably now. Maybe do a pullback, another stop on high, and go down again. But not on this one, but the 4 hour. This is GU. I'm talking about GJ. Sorry.
What?
I'm talking about GJ. Sorry. This is GU. I'm looking at my chart on my screen and talking about it, and you guys were looking at GU. My bad.
No, I agree with you on GJ though.
Yeah.
Yeah, UCAD. I was in a buy for UCAD, but I already took my stuff out. I mean, I'm looking at a bunch of different things. When I look at GU, I see an engulfing zone that it kind of is breaking out of it and going down, but it's still in my trap candle zone. So I'm kind of waiting to see how it responds to the trap candle zone.
Yeah, it's about to violate this zone here, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Then you got your next zone down here. Which is, this zone being so close to this weekly line, I wouldn't doubt that they bring it down to the weekly line.
I agree.
I should have let CJ ride.
Oh, you closed?
Yeah, it obliterated the TP.
Oh, good thing I erased my TP. Oh, yes.
No, yeah, I closed one and then I trailed one, so it's still going.
Where's it
Holy
going
shit.
to?
Hell yeah.
Where's it going to though?
I took the TP off because I had a feeling I caught level 3, so why not just let it ride 3 levels down?
Yeah, it's riding still.
So you mean you feel like you caught it at the top level 3 of The market maker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I get what
mean,
you're saying.
that's some nice profits. I could take it now, but I could take another partial, I guess. Yeah, I'll take a
So
partial.
I ended up throwing another position. I ended up closing that, and then I just took another position on gold that I'm in profit in.
Hey, I mean, can't complain.
Oh, can't complain at all.
I have a buy limit set for EU that's about to hit 13770. Let's look at EU real quick because I don't know why I set that buy limit there. Oh yeah, I do.
It's about to hit that 618.
Yeah.
Wow, there's nothing there to stop CJ. There's nothing there, bro. I'm looking at it on MT4 on my phone. I'm like, can I just close my? I just closed the gold one, and then I opened the one on CJ. I'm like, yo, there's nothing there to stop.
Isn't there a CAD red folder tomorrow too? Well, I just closed another partial on her, so it's nice to keep compounding no matter what she does.
Yeah, 8:35. There's CAD news.
Okay, well, I know why I have my buy limit here. Look at what I have drawn up. So
There is CAD news again.
violated, retest, bounce, retest.
Yeah.
Look at this on the daily. Yeah, I don't know that that's I don't think that's a valid entry.
Wow.
Is this going to be a valid entry? This looks like the true move is down. They didn't give me 100% of this swing yet.
Well,
I haven't redone my weekly lines on EU yet, but I should. Let's see.
Hey, Doug, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I run, well, and probably it's a question for the group. I run into this all the time. So I'm in an NZD CHF sell at the moment. I caught it from the top of the, like on the daily from the top of the second M, what do you call it, peak, I guess, that it was forming. And it's doing really well. And I always hesitate as to like when to close out. I have this like fear that this might be the last really good trade that I get this week. And so I never confidently say, okay, I'm going to stay until here or I'm going to get out now. Do you got any like tricks for just feeling sure that, yeah, it's okay? And I have multiple trades. Like I could definitely close out. I could take partials. I always feel at this point of the game when the trade's going really well, that's when I hesitate and I can't figure out what to do.
Wow. Wow. I think it looks good, except for the fact that it may swing up a right shoulder right up to this violated bullish engulfing, I bet.
And then come down, like make the second right shoulder and then drop again.
Possibly, but you know, I've learned not to always count on them making a right shoulder and taking it down. They could continue up, but they did give us 100% of this swing here. So a nice pullback to the 618 for the down move could be a possibility. Here's a bullish engulfing zone. So yeah, it's respecting this zone too. I would box up this zone to see what it does. If it breaks out of this box here and retests, then it's probably going to buy up at least to a right shoulder, possibly from this swing high here to this swing low here. And let's see where this zone ends up on this side. That's a nice, yeah, that's nice. I think something like that would be, if you drew up your chart with something like that. I mean, this is a bullish engulfing that was violated here, so they could even take it a little bit higher. So like right there. But I do like, I mean, man, you caught a nice position. Wow. Good job.
I can't take credit. It was from a signals group.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So if you see that it's going back up, like if you had taken that trade, would you just take your profits and be like, okay, thanks, instead of thinking, because I do this all the time, I end up thinking, okay, well, in the chart, if you look at how the double tops of the M's form, it could go all the way down to the bottom, and then I have this fear of missing out of this giant second leg.
I have to get to a place where I don't allow my emotions to control how I trade. So basically, let's just say, for instance, I caught this second leg here myself. I would ride it and take partials at key areas. So since let's say I caught it here, from what I've learned playing with the fibs, I would then draw my fibs from swing high to swing low here. And it's a nice wick entry on the 618, right? It plowed through the first final target here. Oh, yeah, so this is just nice to draw this stuff up if you're questioning whether you should stay in or not. Box in some engulfing candles, throw your fibs on it. So we broke through support at the negative 100%. If it comes back up to the negative 100% and tests it as resistance, then I could see it hitting this next flip zone for sure. But it's got to get out of this. It's got to get out of this zone too. It's kind of like trapped at the moment. But they could extend the neckline here and then take up a right shoulder. They don't have to give you a right shoulder either. But I don't know.
So can you look at it on the daily? Because that's where I got in.
Sure.
So that's what I mean. When I look at that and I see that it's just the peak of that second side of the M, I think, am I getting out way too soon then?
I think I need to take my dog out real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
I'll be right back, guys.
Hey guys, wow. Oh man. There's literally like nothing to stop CJ from dropping.
Yeah,
So you're in a
CJ's still
CJ
going.
Stell?
Yeah.
CJ's still going. I closed one of them, and the other one is trailing a little bit, and it's up like 40, 50 pips.
I'm
I guess he doesn't need to go out. I guess, I mean, Natasha, what I would do, Natasha, right?
Yep.
I guess what I would do is, you know, if I had multiple positions, I would either close one or two, maybe take partials out of those. I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking profits. If you wanted to hold one position to see what it does, like even if it does, even if
Okay.
it even if it does form the right shoulder, you would still be in profit on
Right.
one of. So I mean, that's what I love to do.
Okay.
Honestly, once I threw my fibs on it like this, I would have taken a lot off the table at my first flip zone
Okay.
and let the rest ride. But I mean, you know, I personally can't get greedy because yeah, it looks very, very nice on the daily, but you know, um, they don't have to take it all the way back down.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. I needed to hear that.
Yeah, I try not to get greedy because then, you know, they could take it all the way back up to my entries on multiple positions, and what do I have to show for all that work, you know?
That's a really good point. That happens to me often. So yeah, thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh yeah, it seems to be trapped. See how you got a nice push off of this engulfing zone, but it's found resistance at the negative 100%. It's really, really trapped in a tight zone right now. But yeah, that's a nice trade setup. I'm not a big fan of Swiss pairs myself, but a setup is a setup. And I got a lot going on GCAD.
Oh yeah. It's London session, baby.
Oh, not yet.
Almost.
Hmm. Wow, look at that. One day this week, just bam, all the way down to that bullish engulfing zone. Boom. Wow, it's crazy. And I wish I held that buy. I closed up here.
Man, GJ is on the move down. It was like not playing. It just bust through TP2. Well, my TP2. I'm on the 4-hour time frame. Oh yeah, you're on there.
Yeah, nice. It's crazy how they do this. So, original pullback move right on the weekly line, just above the flip zone. They do all of this movement down to the next flip zone, bring it all the way back to continue.
Wow. And I got out of the trade. Now I want to get back in. But see, this is that moment when you get back in, and then you can like reverse on you.
Yeah, and then they wick through the blueberry and take it back up.
You'd be like, man. So no, I'm not gonna jump in. I gotta wait until I have all my confirmations. So
Yep.
So GA right now? It's kind of leaving an engulfing zone a little bit. Back at Monday's high.
Monday was what, the fourth, third,
Looks like
fourth.
yeah, the fourth.
Nice. So GA gave us more than 100% this swing here. I believe GA is setting up for a possible golden heel flip. But I don't know.
I like the zone that it's in for the sell.
For the sell or for a rejection to the upside?
I feel like it'll still sell. I feel like you said before, we should be able to get like 20 pips or so out of it.
Yeah, on engulfings, I'll take 70% partial off my trade at 25 pips, and then let the rest ride. Because those engulfings will definitely give you. I mean, look at this: bullish engulfing violated. They didn't come back until right here.
That would be like a teacup, wouldn't it?
Maybe an advanced teacup. Oh, damn, they gave you 120 pips off that one. Yeah, it's probably going to give us some of that move back from news today. This zone here. I think I'll be buying at that zone.
You know, to break through and retest.
Breakthrough and retest what?
Oh wait, let me see. Oh, you talking about that zone down there? Okay, I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at the screen.
Yeah, I'm liking the potential for a golden heel flip here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then let's see. Let's try a measured move here off the head. So we take the head to the neckline, from the neckline up.
Yeah, because I don't think they're gonna buy anymore today. If they do, I mean that's amazing.
Yeah, seriously. How could have we have caught that buy today? Let's see. Let's see. How could we have positioned ourselves? There it is right there, the daily engulfing.
Ooh, and on the 1 hour, GA is about to give me a nice little fish hook. I know y'all don't trade the TDI, but I like that.
What, on the 15? Oh, on the hour you said?
On the hour, yeah, it's a nice little TDI fish hook.
Are you selling already?
Yeah, I'm already in it. I got a late entry. I really should have got in on that engulfing up there. Yeah, up there somewhere, but I'm in it now. I'm only blue like 3 pips.
Yeah, they don't always give you that second leg either, huh?
They could. That's a good point. They could.
They could though.
But I feel like that almost
I
is
mean,
like
you can consider this the first leg though, right?
right. Because how they gonna move like that in one day? I mean, they could though. I guess that's why we gotta respond to it. But
Let's see what she does at the blueberry. I think I'll stop the recording now for now.